Right, so this video is a follow-up from the overview that I just gave you of my U.N.I.Q.U.E framework. So now I'm going to take two phases from the U.N.I.Q.U.E framework and give you an example of how I provide resources to clients who take this unique framework and help them to build their body of work, their business, their project, their IP, intellectual property. So I will take the first two phases, start at the beginning, right? So I'm going to take you through two of them. So we started with unique, so U and N. So U for unleash your genius. I'll show you how to discover yours, and N, naturalness, how you can align with your authentic identity. So let me share with you the personalized reports that I provide, that I would downloaded from key aspects that are activated in your human design. So again, you don't need to know how to read your chart or understand about human design to be able to benefit from this, because this is the whole point of you avoiding having to learn and take a course in human design. I mean, if you do know, then you'll understand when you get the charts, you'll know where everything is coming from. But if you don't, then you don't have to worry about it, because the elements that you need to know will be extracted and provided in the blueprint. So I'm going to give you an example of my own blueprint so that you can see how this works, and it'll make more sense when you see how this shows up. So I'm going to share a blueprint. This is mine. So I am always changing, amending, not because it's wrong, it's just because I like to, improve on things and make sure that what I'm providing is easy to understand and assimilate and take on board. So currently this is what it looks like. So we are going to go into unleash our genius. So when we unleash our genius, it's based on a lot of factors, but mainly we have four key qualities or gifts. So in human design, they're called gates. In the gene keys, they're called gene keys, but we can call them traits, qualities. There's different words to what each number means. So I'm going to just provide a little overview of the four core or the four key gates that are very important because they represent 70% of your personality. So if you look on this one, there are four spheres here, and this is my own life's work theme. So this is something that I'm going to live out throughout my life until I die, and it's not just in work but in my everyday life. So this is its own genius. So what your blueprint will provide will be similar to this, okay? But obviously with different numbers, because we are all unique, and this is exactly what I want to share with people and make them understand that you are not like anybody else. So you need to embody what you are, how you are authentically here to be and show up as. So I mentioned in my previous video that I'm all about the visionary guide, which is in gate 17, and this represents 70% of me. So as you can see, it provides you with what number, what gate shows up in your chart. So you don't need to know where it comes from, but if you do, then you know where it comes from. And then it gives you a little insight into the different frequencies of the energy, the quality, the trait that you have. So it starts from the shadow, lowest, gift, next level, and then mastery would be your highest level, highest expression. We always want to try and live in the gift to the mastery level and live as much as less time as we can in the shadow. And even if we do fall back in the shadows of whatever it is that shows up here, at least you recognize that you're in the shadow and you can always bounce back and move into the gift at the gift level again. So that's how it works. It's all about trying to get back into the frequency of highest expression, high frequency, high vibe, because this is a way that you will experience life with flow and ease. So brief overview, mine in the shadows, all about opinions. I let opinions of others get me down, or I thought my own opinions were like, it's my way. I would put my opinions out there, but they're not always right. They're just opinions. But at the gift level, I'm here to give foresight, far-sighted perspectives, different perspectives on a subject. Some people tend to think it's a very open-minded kind of visionary gift that I have, but some people just can't see it, and that's just how they are, built. But I provide different perspectives on how you can see yourself with your work, which is what I'm doing here, with your business, with your projects, with your ideas. This is how I'm sharing this with you, right? And it goes on to the next one, which is all about your evolutionary gate. So this is something that you will. It's a challenge that you will always um, experience, but when you understand the shadow and then move into the gift, it's always something that you can always move away from and use at the gift level. Okay, so whatever yours is, mine is all about the shadow expression, being criticized, people criticizing me and me taking it as personal, or me appearing critical, especially when I like to give advice. People might take it the wrong way. That's at the shadow level. Gift level is all about integrity and being able to reflect on my own beliefs and leading others, and just being less judgmental and more more integrity with what I do and how I see things. So that's kind of the gift level. Whatever yours is showing up, that's how you're meant to use that at the gift level. So all these, when you bring them all together, gives you your zone of genius, which is what you're here, how you're here to operate, how people perceive you and receive you in your work and in your personal life in general. I love this one, the unconscious design. It's also called the radiance in the Gene Keys. Radiance, or your beacon, you like emanate this energy, this vitality. This is from this amazing Gene Key, and mine, I love mine because it's in the gate 58. It's all about vitality anyway. So basically, I'm double whammy of this, the purpose of this quality, which is being joyful and having vitality in what I do. So in the shadow expression, I experience dissatisfaction in most things in life in general, not just work, but work was a big part of dissatisfaction, but in general. So when I realized at the gift level, it's all about being joyful. I need to know what gave me that joy, and what gives me joy is being of service. So now I know that when I'm being of service to you, to anybody who comes into my world, that's when I've experienced bliss and joy and vitality. And when I'm vital, I emanate a radiance of vitality, and people can sense that you are in the right place. You are just happy because you are doing what you do best. So whatever yours is, you will be able to discover all that. Okay, so that's kind of the four core, or the four key qualities. Then we go on to your natural strengths, which are based on your energy centers. So if you know about human design, there's 7 energy centers: the head center, throat center, etc. So this is just picking up on what yours is showing as defined or colored in. So I have only 2 out of the 9 defined, so my splenic center and my root center. So this gives me insights on how I can use these as strengths. So yours, you might have all 8. So you will have 8 of them defined, or you might have just 2 like me. It varies a lot. So when you don't have it defined, you will show up as white on your chart. That just means that you don't have your own energy that comes from you. You amplify and take on other people's energy. So that's why it's open. Basically, it's open. You're receiving. And I have one superpower. Superpower is based on the channel. So if you know about human design, this is a channel. Some people might have 1 channel like me. Some people might have 8 channels. It all depends on how you're designed. Because I'm very open, I only have 1. But it's really something that I can hone in, because it's something that is very easy for me. I don't even have to do anything. It's just natural. In the highest expression, it's a good thing. If I use it in the low expression, it's a bad thing, right? So whatever your superpowers are, you might have 1, you might have 2. Read up and see how that shows up for you, and then you can kind of recognize it and integrate that in how you are here to share your work. And I've also added intellectual abilities. So this is interesting to know about how your mental model of the world, how you think, which helps you to be able to understand how to you bring your ideas together in a way that represents you and your body of work, or what you want to you're here to do. So mine in this is all about expectation at the shadow level, expecting things to just happen because it has to happen, but no. The gift level, I just detach from it now. If something hasn't happened or doesn't go the way that I would like it to, I just detach from it. I don't let it stress me. Whereas before I would let it stress me, and this just goes out, it goes a bit, yes, chaotic. But no, I am more at the gift level now. And that's it. So this is Zone of Genius. So when you bring all this together, this will give you a flavor and how you are here to live out your life's work theme. Again, this is a lifetime. So if you can kind of really get an understanding of how yours shows up, perfect. Then lastly, we're going to phase 2. So you will get a report, a blueprint based on your human design. And this is all about your naturalness, authentic identity. All right. So that's your body graph here. This is an example of mine. You can see how open I am. If you're watching the video, there's like 7 open centers and 2 defined that are colored in. So this report or personalized report will give you insights into your type, your aura type, which is essential for your making decisions, how you best operate with others in society, and whether you're here to guide people or whether you're here to, you're the builder, you're the creator, or whether you're here to bring in the new ideas. This will tell you about how yours is showing up, and your public role is basically based on your profile lines. This is huge. This is how people feel you, and how they experience you, and how you know yourself. So I'm a 3/5. So 3 is all about trial and error, experimenting. So me, which is very entrepreneurial quality as well. And then I'm the line 5, which is the practical solutions provider, a very leadership role. So if you have any of these and you recognize yourself in this, then you really hone into what your profile is, your public role is, because that is how people will be able to see you authentically for who you are, obviously at the highest expression. And then we're going to go into your the identity center, which is this one here. It's based on this, and this is important because it gives you insights into your sense of direction, self-love, and identity. So you can read up on how yours shows up, and then it gives you insights into any of the gates that you have activated in them. So I have 2, I think. So I have the gate 7, which I love, and it's all about, it's a trait called the advisor, or person who guides people. And I use this in the highest expression because I'm here to influence and guide people from behind the scenes. So it's a leadership kind of role, but it's more like not in your face leadership on a stage, but it's more behind the scenes, empowering other people. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And I do that within my Evolve and Elevate platform, in the Potent Potential Social Sanctuary community that I'm slowly building up. And this is the part about how I experience vitality is through my radiance here, and also how I provide value to others. So this is based on the energy in human design, and this one is all about how I provide value to others. And for me, it's all about using my words in transformative ways. So my voice is kind of like a tool that I use to transmit the words that I know will be able to support you and help you to transform. And in the highest expression, that's how this is used. So this is something that I provide value to others. And for this one is all about what fuels me to do every day to keep on moving. And this is this energy here. For me, it's all about detachment. So in the past, I would always expect things to happen, expect people to do this for me, or expect this person to do that. Now, obviously, this is something that is 3 times in my chart, so it's something very important. So when you have gates that are like several times repeating in your chart, you need to really look into that too. So I've got this 3 times, so I have to really detach from things that I expect them to happen but don't happen. I just have to detach from that and not let it get to me. And it's also a gate where I help people to something that they have in the middle, like a project or an idea, help them to complete it, to get to the end, to finish it off. I'm not something that somebody will help them to start a new thing, but help them to get, if they're in the middle of something, get them to the end of it. And that's what this gate is all about. So if you've got the gate 42 like me, this is something that you might be able to help people with, is help them to get unstuck from where they are and get to the next stage. So finish a cycle, finish a pattern, and then move on to the next stage. So that I love that energy too. So this is it. This is exactly how you'll receive your personalized reports, and how you can take on the information with my guidance, with my audio report, support, audio memos, and within the mentorship, you can get more guidance and more specific about how you can use this information. So that's how I would use all this within the mentorship. But as I am sharing this with all of you now, I am going to do a free live workshop based on these two transformations. So if you do join the live workshop, then you will get your own personalized blueprints according to your human design. Nobody else's, just yours. And I can walk everybody through their own within the workshop. Now it's audio based, so you can listen. You don't have to like go on camera and show up, because I understand people are busy. You can always just listen on the go, or you can put in your questions and I can respond by audio. So there's no like you have to be there at a certain time, because I know with the times difference and everything, it's a bit hard. So if you're happy to just show up and listen to the audio, fantastic. But I will go through an example of somebody's chart if they're willing, or whoever wants information about theirs. The live workshop will be there to provide that information. So that's it. That's an example of what you can experience as transformation. And obviously, there's 4 more phases towards the end. So there's more to come. It just keeps on adding on and adding on and adding on. But this is like the foundation to what you can start to build for yourself.